What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Hill here of the Fruition Experience. Hope y'all having a great day today. And today I'm here with my man Cory Baker, one of Baltimore's own musician, producer, engineer, bass player, talkbox player, drummer, you name it, he can do it. What's up, Cory? How you feeling today, man?
I'm doing great, man. Glad to be here, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for doing this, man. So, we got Cory today because we got a couple special things we're going to talk about. The first thing is that we're having an event. As y'all know, every month we're at the 5 spot. We're there on third Wednesdays, but now we're switching over to first Wednesdays, and we got an extremely special treat for y'all. We're taking our first Wednesday this month, and we are making it the welcome back, the welcome home for Cory Baker. Cory, where you been, man, for these last couple years, man?
I've been in Denver, Colorado, bro.
Denver, Colorado, man. I don't know a thing about Denver, man. Haven't been that way. Hope to come that way and some more places soon, man. I've been the opposite way, going out the country to the east, man. That's a shame. You go east, but haven't been west in your own country. So you've been in Denver. Been working hard out there musically, man. We know everywhere you go, like you're doing nothing but bringing the fire and working hard, man. So I know you've been working out there.
Yes, sir. Just a lot of gigging here and there, just local stuff. I was employed at a couple churches, a couple big churches out here. And then I just finished up an EP with a friend of mine. His name's Jacob Larson of the Jacob Larson Band. He's 18.
Wow.
And just graduated high school with the college. And he did a really good job on his EP. And I produced it as well and helped him write a lot of the songs. So,
wow.
You know, we had some fun.
Yeah. So if he's 18, I can already see. Yeah, he's got some potential for sure. I could tell by even the way you mentioned that. That's cool, man. It's always cool too, man, to make that investment, you know, in the younger generation. I remember when I was 18, man. I wish I had a Cory Baker to help me with anything when I was 18. So that's what's up, man. So yeah, y'all, we are talking about the 5 spot event we got coming up on October 5th. We're gonna give you some more information as this continues on. But it's a welcome back for Cory, and I'm excited about it. This is like the icing on the cake. I met Cory in 2005. We played together for the first time. I think I met him before that, but 2005 with a group called Immeasurable.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like a pleasure. So, man,
Wow, it was.
Exactly, man. And that was when I first started. So, man, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm excited to see you, man. You know, what are you looking forward to as far as coming back this direction, man? You know, one of the things I'll say, you know, right before you respond to that is like, life takes us different places, man. So like every movement we make, because of the type of people that we are, we know that there's always a move of elevation. So I know this is about elevation in some degree, man. So, you know, what's your thoughts on that?
Brother, there's a generation music gap that's happening just due to the creation of music has just declined so much, but it's also a reflection of the personalities of the people that's, you know, making it. And so I'm here to just bridge that gap, you know, let these cats know that we love them, we care about what they're making, we care about them as people.
Right.
And just bridge that gap. It's definitely something like that going on. Just connecting with the other generations that are under us.
Right.
A lot of them think we don't care about what they're making because us being older, we may not gravitate towards what they're doing, but I don't want them walking away thinking that we don't care about them.
Right.
So I'm definitely gonna help bridge that gap for sure.
Yeah.
Also, just connecting with fam, and just being out here, it's a different scene.
Right.
And so I'm usually the person to inspire other people, but sometimes I need to be inspired. And lately I just realized how much, home is great.
Right.
What we do in Baltimore and the DMV basically doesn't exist in any other part of the world.
Yeah.
And it's evident because they're starting to snatch us up.
Right. That's true. I agree.
That actually they have been snatching us up since the 70s. The majority of the P-Funk band is from Baltimore.
Right.
So I just like the fact that we what we have is actually great. Squashing all beefs and old stuff and whatever. None of that matters. What matters now is with what's going on in the world. With our people, definitely unity, number one.
Right.
And just mainly musically, like really tap into, the way God made us and tap into how he made us hear music. Hopefully I'll be going back as well to work with my boy John Ball.
Yeah,
he started a music school, so he said I could definitely get in there to help him out there. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I heard these kids are like geniuses already, so we'll see. I'm just looking forward to just replenish and for myself, and then help others replenish and just be a light. You know what I mean? Just have musically have fun, but musically have fun.
Yeah, for sure, man. I agree with every word you said, man. I mean, the first thing is I think about, man, I think it's a 30s thing, man. You get past 20s, man, you hit 30s, and then all of a sudden you start thinking about the bigger picture, man. You know what I mean? You start really thinking about the bigger picture, and you start thinking about here's a conduit, here's music as a vehicle. We got past the stage where it was just about playing because we wanted to be on everything we could be on, and we were just like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, just like, oh man, let me play on this, let me play on that, let me just do that, just excited about music. It's a great phase. But then you start to realize like the true impact of music, and then you start to say, okay, so here's a knife. This knife can be used to harm someone, or it could be used to cut up food and feed the world. And you start to realize like, okay, I really got a lot of power with this thing. So you start to find the best ways to make investments to be able to change the world, man. And you start to realize that literally with what we're dealing with, we can change the world, through music, and we could change the world through just our vibration, man. So I'm totally with you on that. And of course, as we know, even in our 30s, man, if we don't look out for the generation behind us, who will? So, I couldn't be more with you as far as that, man. When it comes to Cory, the producer, the creator, what are your thoughts as far as the direction you're going in, as far as a creator, as far as your own original music and that kind of thing?
I'm about ditching genres right now.
Yeah. That.
It's something I thought about. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I was telling her that, for so long now, MP3 players have been around for at least 15 years.
Right.
And so, now the people who are now creating music there was a time when you used to put in music one album at a time.
Right.
But now you can listen to playlists of different genres and different albums all day.
Right.
And that's actually has left an effect on how people create music now. I don't know if you noticed, but even in mainstream, like the genre trying to put a stamp on what it is that you're hearing,
right,
or a stamp on the entire artwork album as a whole, is the lines are being blurred.
Definitely.
Because for the past 15 years, we've been listening to everything all the time.
Right.
And so now, we're influenced by classical, pop, funk, all that stuff from every era, gospel.
Right.
That, believe me, there's way more people listening to gospel than we think.
Right.
Then they go in the studio and create this huge pot of ideas. It's not genre based.
Right.
And so, lately I've just been playing what I feel,
Yeah, man.
Right before I make a song, I hear something in my head. And I think where we go wrong as creators, sometimes we think about the record executive, we think about the people we think they may not digest what we're thinking, and we dumb down this wonderful idea that
Yes.
came from us that no one else can take,
Yes.
meaning you reap all the benefits of what you make.
Right.
And then we feed it to these people, and then we wonder why they're, only buying one song per album.
Right.
I think if we stayed true
Right.
to, what we really felt from that first instance, then we would, number one, see a bigger profit.
Right.
A lot more people who are probably most likely would love it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've not cared about the whole dumbing down my stuff ever since I've started producing, which has been over 25 years now.
Right. Right.
And I've never had a song where somebody said, I don't know, never had it. And
Right.
and I'm living proof and showing you, like, if you stay true to what you got,
Yeah.
people will always love it. Why? Because we are all great.
Yes.
If you put your all into what God gave you, it can't go wrong, because no one else is you.
Right. Yeah.
So
man.
that's what I do when I produce these days. I'm just all about doing what I feel.
Well, it's amazing, man, because we're in the same place, man. I'm the same kind of person, man. Coming from the heart, I believe in being true to yourself, man. I believe that all of us have unique voices, man. And because of the fact that we all, like, I think about yourself and myself as artists and as producers and as creators, we stand for a particular thing, man. We stand for positivity and unity. We stand for togetherness. We stand for love. So the thing, I like what you said about the genre thing, because it's like I have that conversation all day, every day. I'm a guy who now looks at the message, looks at music as the expression, the message as the vehicle. You start there, and then you just let it develop from there. Whatever direction it goes as far as sound-wise, you let it be. You let it be what it is. You don't try to force it down a particular path. You let it be what it is. You let it be for who it's going to be for. And you just be true to yourself. If, like, your intention is there, your intention is positive, and your intention is about love, then it'll do exactly what it needs to do. So I'm, like, completely with you on that, man. 100%. Like, it's by no chance at all. And I'm a person who, I started up, I don't know if you know this about me, but the way that I got into music was I was a hip hop MC.
Every day around my way, it's just like any other day. The same way I prayed yesterday's the way I pray today. Thank you for showing me the way to walk the narrow path. The jealous laughing sparrow keeps me arrow moving through the battle fast.
From 93 to 2002. Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. I was a conscious hip hop MC, man. Like, in the mindset of the Roots, Common, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, De La Soul, Tribe. Like, that's what I did. I had never had the intentions of playing keys, never had the intention of even production, man. I didn't start playing keys until I was 19. And the only reason why I started playing keys was because at 16, my homeboy got a girlfriend. He stopped making tracks. I was like, we can't go down like this. We heard about the ASR 10. I'm like, I gotta get an ASR 10, man. We'll figure it out from there. Got the ASR 10, didn't know what I was doing. But I used to take my 4-track, plug it up the digital cable every day is when it first came out, and we had the separate music channels. Instead of having a bunch of albums, I had a bunch of tapes. I would let it record while I went to school. When I came home, whatever channel I listened to that day, whether it was country, whether it was jazz, whether it was, soundscapes, whatever, I would listen back to it. That's where I got my samples and stuff from. Take it to the ASR, chop it up, do that whole thing. I was doing that for 8 years, man. And the only reason why I started playing keys, was because the Roots was one of our top groups that we loved and that they were our peoples. And I never seen anybody take what they did in the studio and do it and be able to perform it live like that. Now it's nothing because I'm a live musician, but at first it was like, this is amazing because everybody was just rocking with DJs. That's the only thing that made me start playing keys. I only wanted my hip hop tracks to get better. That was it. And then it just so happened with expanding that, I'm in church and I start listening to the music from a different angle, start going, wow, I hear a lot of that in hip hop. Start having a different appreciation, then went to classical, taught myself how to read music, then, went to the R&B and neo soul thing, got into, the contemporary jazz thing, then the straight ahead jazz. So like, yeah, man, I don't even see genres, man. I just see opportunities for expression of messages that we're trying to get out in other ways, but that music has like a special kind of thing to get it through to people in some ways that other forms just aren't able to penetrate, man. So high five, bam, like I'm with you, dude. Like,
yeah,
100%. So yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for that that info, man. And I think we on the same page right here. So y'all, we're gonna be hitting at the 5 spot, y'all. You got Cory Baker, you got myself, you got the Fruition Experience. We're gonna be at the 5 spot on October 5th. We're gonna be there from 7 to 11:30 p.m. 7 to 8 p.m. we do a segment called Cocktails and Conversations. Those of y'all that know about it, y'all know it's hip. At 8 p.m., the Fruition Experience, we kick into gear from 8 to 9:30 p.m. And the cool part is we're going to have Cory to jump in with the band. Y'all do not want to miss that. It's going to be slamming. And then, y'all, we kick off the Musicians Jam session after that, which I know all y'all been looking forward to. This is our first one, and y'all been talking about it forever. So I am so excited to be able to bring it to y'all. So come on through. 9820 Liberty Road, the 5 spot is absolutely free, no cover. Bring a friend and just bring your creativity, bring your ears, and bring your chops. Yeah, man. So I'm excited, man. Thanks so much for doing this, man. Anything else you want to say, man, before we go ahead and peace out?
There was something I forgot to mention on the last question. Aside from playing what I feel, one of the main things that is actually the most important is that I know my stuff. Yeah. I know how to use my equipment.
Right.
I know my history, which gives me a pretty good edge on how to pick sounds.
Yeah.
To create the music. And I think it doesn't be said enough, you know what I mean, when everybody's talking about production. You can't just pull up templates,
right,
and think that's going to get you. Those are meant to help you begin to think up things for yourself, not use. I'm just hearing too many things on the radio where I'm just like, okay, so I know exactly what program that is, and they didn't change the sound at all.
Right.
They just used exactly what was there.
Yes.
And so, you wonder why the music isn't coming across, mainly because nobody's really creating.
Yes. Oh, man. I'm completely with you on that, man. Great way to even add an addendum to that. And here's the thing that I even say in addition to that. So my journey over these past 5 to 7 years has been that life for me is like jazz. Every day is going to present me with a new set of circumstances. So how can I use the same tools, the same template to try to apply to everything? It just doesn't work. You got to just kind of feel what makes sense in a moment. You got to start with a clear canvas, and then this is the thing I think that's different about just trying to make music to which I'm not knocking anybody, but if you don't care about the art, you just want to make some money, it's different than a person who's a creator, who has a deep passion for the music and for expression, is that you get to a point where you're no longer coming to the music, grabbing music by the horns with what you want to do. You sit back and you let the music tell you what it needs to do, what needs to happen. And then you just supply what the situation or what the song, what the thought is asking, man. That's a whole different thing, man. Hopefully, we could take this, man, and maybe even in the near future, man, we could have a couple more segments, man, where we could just pick a topic, man, and for 10 minutes, man, we could just dive in and just offer it to people, man. I think it'd be a lot of fun, man. So
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah. Well, cool, y'all. Well, y'all stay tuned because we are coming back soon. But don't forget to check out the information on the screen there. Meet us at the 5 spot, y'all. It's absolutely free. It's October 5th, 7 to 11 p.m. You got the Fruition Experience. You got Amachandra and Conversations and Cocktails. You got Cory Baker. And it's going to be a great night, y'all. So thanks again, Cory, man. And I look forward to seeing you soon, man.
Likewise, brother. Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir.